is civilization. Rome is order. Fire! Rome is power!
Welcome, my babies. Welcome to Friendly AI. I'm your host, Mike Colangelo. And today I want to talk about Ryse, Son of Rome, and the whole 900p fiasco. Not really a fiasco, but I think people are being, some gamers are being crybabies. I just want to put in my point of view and put in my perspective. That's what this whole channel is about, right? So here it is. For people who don't know, Ryse, Son of Rome is an Xbox One launch title, meaning it's going to come right out when the console comes out in November, next month. And I think it looks beautiful. I mean, look at this gameplay footage. It looks fantastic. This is not going to be a 1080p native game at all. It's actually going to be 900p. At home, you probably have a 1920 by 1080p resolution TV. This is going to be 1600 by 900p. This gen games on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, usually they're about 720p usually. Some are lower, some are higher. People are complaining that this is an Xbox One launch title. This is next gen. Why isn't it 1080p? This should be a standard. And in some ways, I get their frustration. We've lost focus about what gaming is about. It really comes down to the gameplay, not so much how things look. I mean, it's really just eye candy. And I think if the things that I've read about Ryse of Son of Rome, I haven't played it, but I read that actually this, out of all the things that it's suffering, it's not the graphics. I think this looks fantastic. More fantastic than any current gen game. So isn't that next gen? If it looks better than the games we're playing now, if it's progress, even though it's not 1080p, doesn't that mean something to everyone? It actually looks better. I mean, just look at it. In the description below, I provided a link where you could watch the new story trailer, or if you're lazy like myself, you can just click the 1080p button on the YouTube video here. I downloaded the official trailer at 720p as an MPEG 4. Then what I did is I upconverted it to 1080p using the Apple ProRes codec. Then to present my videos on YouTube, what I always do is I convert it down to an MPEG 4 at 1080p. And if you look at the footage that I'm showing you right now, you can see the game still looks amazing. It still looks amazing after it's upconverted, downconverted, upconverted, uploaded, downloaded. It still looks good. And we shouldn't be complaining about this resolution mumbo jumbo. The game looks better than any other game we've played before on the current gen consoles. That is what counts. Period. See, I think a lot of it has to do with the generation of gamers. I'm 31 years old. I know that's shocking. I look like a man-child, but I'm 31 years old. And I've seen all the games. When I was a kid, they spent just a few weeks making the game. And you've seen them. It looks like just pixels, blocks coming at you. It look like someone made fucking Lego games. It's just made out of fucking Lego. And now they spend years making these games. Years. People lose their lives making these games. People die in the process. These are making more money than big blockbuster movies. They spend more money making them, and they look gorgeous. To me, every game that comes out now looks amazing. Amazing. And I just think it's silly to nitpick about pixels. This is not what gaming is about. It's about how fun it is. Do you remember Red Dead Redemption? You know, that little game that came out in 2010? That only ran at 640p on the PS3. That was sub 720. Sub HD. Not even HD, technically. It was Game of the Year. Red Dead Redemption was Game of the Year in 2010. This resolution shit means nothing. Don't pay attention to it. Just pay attention to the reviews, try the games yourself, and don't let people just block out that stupid 1080p bullshit noise, okay? Please, do yourself a favor. So thank you very much for watching, my babies. Follow me on Twitter. I'm there all the time. I'm making tweets, making tweets to make you think and making tweets that make you smile. And before you go, I just want to mention a podcast that I was on, Oops All Movies. They do weekly movie reviews. I was on there recently, and we reviewed the movie Gravity. Great movie, by the way. I put the link in the description below. Now, Oops All Movies is compiled of three handsome gentlemen, Joe, Neil, and Steve. And recently, their MacBook computer actually is dying, and they can't even freaking edit their show anymore because the screen's dead. So what they did is they created an Indiegogo campaign, and I put the link in the description below. And what they're trying to do is look for crowdfunding for a new computer. These guys are really talented, and you owe it to yourself to give them a chance. Give it a listen. The production value in these podcasts are through the roof. You guys got to check them out. Very talented trio. Trio? Yeah, 3. Very talented trio. I remember being in a trio. Very talented bunch of fellas. So you give them a chance. I promise you'll find them very, very entertaining. Just check out the Gravity review, link in the description, and check out the Indiegogo campaign. All right? Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys and gals.